Right guys, so on a little road trip today, and it's not going well so far. The car's lost so much power, I don't know what's going on with it. I'm sure it's this transmission. I've just lost all my gears, so I'm pulled over, just letting it cool down a minute, and I'm gonna try and find a better place to pull over. I'll limp it to a better place to pull over, and then I'll actually have a look at it, because I'm actually blocking someone's drive at the moment. So yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to find a transmission dipstick, find out what the fluid's at, and find out what's going on with it. As usual with a CLK, it just likes to cause problems now and again, and this is the whole reason for wanting to put an M104 and a hydraulic gearbox in it. The joys of motoring. Right guys, I'm going to try and show you the sheer lack of acceleration that I've got at the minute. Now I'll kick it down. That's second gear. If I can make a bit of space, I'll try and get to third, which ain't working at the minute because of traffic. It's just got nothing in it. Right, so I've pulled over. This lay-by smells like a toilet, so that's great. That's real great. So the supercharger is definitely working. So what the hell's going on? This car's cursed, I swear to God. It's also running a lot hotter than it normally does as well, so it's still not danger zone, but it's not ideal, especially considering where it normally runs. This is the temperature it's running at. It does keep dropping down to what it should be, so the electric fans are keeping on top of it as well, but it's not ideal to be at 100 degrees. Normally this is like 95 tops, so yeah, it's not ideal. So I'm guessing there's two possible reasons for what's going on. One could be that there's so much heat soak from the supercharger and the tiny intercooler they gave these stock, that it's just pulling the timing because of the heat. But I've never noticed it this bad, but it's not been this warm since I relocated the MAF. Whatever's going on, it's causing a big problem, and my transmission just still ain't shifting right, so it could be that supping power as well. The other thing is, it's not impossible that it's a chunk of the cat has broke away and got wedged in the exhaust somewhere. I've had that issue, and it does feel like this, to be fair. The supercharger, as you saw, was working fine, but the car's got no power. It's basically naturally aspirated right now by the feel of it. I couldn't hear any boost leaks when I revved it, but yeah, like I say, starting to feel like this car's cursed. The beauty of owning an M-oneeleven powered car, honestly, the compressors seem to be one of the least consistent engines that I've ever encountered, to be honest, because I've had quite a few now, and every single one has felt inconsistent on stock hardware, and most of it's down to that intercooler causing it to pull the timing. But yeah, this so far was supposed to be a nice quick journey that's taken way longer than it should have done, but yeah, just showing you that it ain't all easy going over here. I have the same problems you guys do, and I have to fight just as hard to try and fix them. So we'll see if we can make it there, and then see if we can make it back. Who knows? See you later, guys. Oh dear, we've lost drive again. That's in drive. And we've got nothing. Typically in the worst place possible. Really? And it doesn't matter how I shift the lever. No drive. And that's our typical driving temperature still as well. It's never driven that hot, even though the ambient temperature's warm today. Something's really not right with this car, and I suspect I know what it is. It's the usual thing, and another thing that's also a usual thing. So obviously I've sort of made my drive, but the car's severely underpowered. It feels more like it's 120, 130 horsepower tops. It's got nothing below 3000 RPM. It's got nothing at all. The supercharger's working, but at this point with the running temperature and that, I'm starting to wonder whether the supercharger's actually just making up the compression. It's never felt this slow. And obviously the gearbox issue, why would both happen at pretty much the same time, I don't know, but the gearbox issue, I've never seen one of these boxes where you're just driving along and all of a sudden drive goes out for no reason, without shifting gear, without anything, just you lose drive. I've never come across that before. Maybe some of you have. Am I happy about this? Obviously not. But gutted, to be honest. Like, it usually happens with these, but this is my daily car. I need it to get from A to B. I'm trying to save to, 1, get myself a new phone, 2, get stuff for the SLK to get that back on the road. That needs a new gearbox. Right now I just feel a bit, not great. Seems like everything I own. I've got 3 cars. 3 cars. None of them work right. Not one. But this is a story of my life. Everything I own, I have to fix. Whether it's a domestic appliance or something I bought that's not related to cars. But yeah, not great.